I get up at probably 5 in the morning, and I start going from there on out until probably about 5 o'clock at night. My schedule's a little different since I recruit agents predominantly now. I do some sales, but not as much as I used to. But my schedule is broken down by 15, 30-minute blocks. I know exactly what I'm going to do every single day. So I have a predefined schedule and goal. I think that's what everybody needs to do, is know exactly what to expect every day and execute day in and day out. Yeah, I'll add to that. I think that was a really good point. You know, you got to remember that it's about seeing the people, all right? In this case, talking to the people, right? And you've got to put things like email and into a category and make sure that you do them at predisposed times and focus on production and activity, because that's what focuses on what gets results.
And David, since you work with a lot of individual agents, like what are the attributes and qualities that you've seen to allow agents become top producers in your world?
Coachability, somebody who can take constructive criticism, somebody who takes action, has skin in the game would be really good too. I don't think that background matters at all in this business. So many of us who've been successful come from really strange places. We just kind of stumble into the insurance business by, randomness. So, but yeah, I think that would be critical, those few things.
Comment on that. So another one is we talked about using your attributes to your advantage. If you're older, you want to use that to your advantage. Like, I'm not some kid here. I've been doing this for 33 years. You got a veteran. I know what I'm doing. If you're younger, you're gonna have maybe a little more energy, right? But I haven't addressed this one, but I want to all the ladies out here, and we don't have a ton of them, and hopefully next year we recruit some more. Because I will tell you, in every call center in the United States, the top agent is a female. It's to that point about the voice. It's a trust issue, and ladies, you should be using that to your absolute advantage, because you can pull mama bear, you can be mom when you need to, you can be flirtatious if you need. I mean, you can pull all these cards that guys can't do, right? If we're too aggressive, they don't trust us. If we're too passive, we come across weak. So that's something just to really be mindful of.
Yeah, I can. So maybe everybody here, on your best days, describe your mindset and approach. This is an audience question.
Mindset is...
So if I have a crappy day in the field, it's like gone. So I wake up, it's a brand new day. There's people to see, there's people to help. And I do whatever it takes to see the people. Again, you'll hear me say this a lot, but it's true. And there's always the law of large numbers to be on your side too. And if you apply yourself and you do the activity, things tend to work out. As long as you're not that much of a dope in front of the prospect.
I won't go into an answer, I just think it's funny. What is the best strategy to overcome and bounce back from a bunch of tough calls in a row? And I was going to say, is it therapy? like Jeff had mentioned this morning. Anyway, go ahead.
I think it's just knowing that that's coming. You know it's going to happen. It's a numbers game. You're going to have days that you have 0. It just happens. And you'll have days where you just kick ass and you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 policies in a day or apps in a day. It's just being aware of that. We're all gonna have bad days. You just shake it off. It's like, it's like a baseball player. You gotta make 35 million. Yeah, they fail 70% of the time. They're making multi-millions of dollars. They fail 70% of the time. They're gonna have slumps. Same thing in this business. You're gonna have days. Very rarely do I go 2 days like that, but you may have 2, 3 days that happens. But then just know every nay is closer to a yay. So sooner or later, that the floodgate's going to open, and that's how I've had my biggest days off of a goose egg the day before. I'm just hungry. I'm just like, there's no way this is going to happen again. And I'll work my ass off until I'm literally exhausted. And those are the days I've had the biggest days.
Hey, quick other thought on that one is we tend to jump at shadows, and you start making expectations, and like everybody who calls today is going to be a loser because the first 3 are bad. So you make these assumptions, or everybody that I get is unqualified, or they don't have any money. So we're making assumptions, and we're doing that first impression on them, which is unfair. We need to give them 10 minutes, go to the mat with them, present the rates. If they don't buy, then it's probably in your presentation, because the law of large numbers will equal out. Absolutely. I mean, what Dave does is hard. Getting crushed in person is hard. I always tell my staff, like, they can't hurt you. So what? Hang up the phone, let it go, refocus, and then don't jump at the next one. You know when you have a bad one, you get desperate and you start jumping at the next one, and you get too pushy and you're too aggressive. They feel it, and now they back off, and now you're really in a slump, and now you're causing it, not the client.
Now I always look at it too is if you ever go see a Broadway show, any kind of show, whether you go today, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, it's exactly the same. It's exactly, nothing changes. So same thing when you do your presentation, it doesn't matter what the last call is, you do the same thing. Once they say hello, the curtain's open. And then you're on. You do the same thing you did the previous call, same tenacity, same conviction, same confidence. Doesn't make a difference. Matter of fact, the guy that said no before, thank you, didn't waste my time anymore. Now you're on to the next phone call. And it's just, again, the curtains are open, it's like a Broadway show, you're the main actor. And that's it. And the best thing about this business, you can pretty much be whatever you want to be. So.
One thing I'll just point out here, Randy, is it Randy, right? Yeah. Notice that he had, a crap week, but he didn't stop. He kept going. And we all have this, guys. The difference between the guys who make it and who don't have the faith in the system and plow through it. And just remember that, okay? Everybody struggles. It's who gets through it that defines the difference between success and failure.
I'll give you some feedback from the digital BGA standpoint. So